What's up and welcome back. I was farting around earlier with couple looting setups because I get bored. So we're gonna try something a little stupid tonight just because I haven't done anything like this in a while. It should be fun. We're gonna leave on most of our looting setup. Just gonna move things around a little bit. I hate it when I click that. Okay, I don't have any grenades chilling back there. This should be fun. Oh, that's funny. We're probably gonna die. Just saying. I should probably pop in Discord just in case we get anyone that wants to join us today. Alright, perfect. Hey, yeah, that's a little fun. A little bit of fun. What's up? Thanks for joining in. Just doinking around. We're gonna go looting with some extra spiciness today. I haven't used my explosives in forever because they're maxed. Wanna play with one of the weapons I love the most. A couple of the weapons I love. That's too big to ignore. Bring back some of the old days of Dead Frontier. You guys ever just go looting with a grenade launcher? How about one that blows up everywhere? I had a Scorcher NK19 that's been up for sale the entire Halloween event, and somebody finally just bought it, and I'm kind of glad they did because I was going to wind up making my third Valkyrie with it if they didn't. Because a buddy of mine just got a Valkyrie blueprint, and he's like, what the hell am I going to do with this? And I was just sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I kind of want to buy it. I love this gun. Problem is, like, you can see it, right? Like, all my explosions are essentially, like, right here, it looks like. Are they tracking now? It almost looked like they were tracking. But they're just so random, right? And they don't do any overlap damage. It's the only downfall of the gun, even with targeted. Fantastic weapon overall, though. There's a brand new Discord link. I'm pretty sure the old one expired. There's one that is set to never expire in the description of this. Hey, what's up? I am live. I can kill the Discord if you're uncomfortable with that. All right. What's up?
You're playing Dead Frontier 2?
Not this minute. I'm not. But I have been. My last stream was actually Dead Frontier 2. I really do enjoy that game.
That's really what I was curious about. Is it good?
On event, it is exceptional. It is exceptional because you can get into a group with people and do the event zones that have bosses or event tokens that craft high-end gear, like gear that really makes the game like pleasurable. Because I mean, Dead Frontier is like Dead Frontier 1. It is a little bit grindy. It's just not got hundreds of levels. It's got tens of levels, and if you can beat out the little bit of grind it takes to get like I can't even remember the name of it. I just picked it up, but like the first like true AR that you pick up is like level 20 from a quest, and it's hot dog shit, right? So like you using that or the first like submachine guns, it's really easy to turn you away from high fire rate weaponry in that game. At least in my opinion. But then like when you start playing like Amelia in here, he's got like a maxed out tune, and I'm like, you got any low levels you want to run with us? He's like, oh yeah, I got a level 20 something, and then he goes and does the second to highest event with on his own with a level 20. I'm like, how the fuck did you do it? He's like, I just used a high fire rate weapon. And I'm like, oh, are they good? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, you can do it with a shotgun. It's more ammo friendly. So then I bought an assault rifle that has like 77 on the clip or magazine, and excellent, just excellent. It eats ammo like a whore, but it's excellent. So I mean, I know life that for 2 days to catch the end of the event because I was so burnt on DF1, and honestly, the way the DF2 events are, kind of compared to the DF1 events, and also compared to like where we are, I think starting the Christmas holiday, instead of playing DF1 right away, I think I'm going to burn out DF2 on the first couple days and then move over.
Is the game
I would say it's relative, because if you have a couple of buddies that you're willing to play with so you can run together, because party looting in that game is actually pretty damn fun, because when you're by yourself looting, shit can get out of hand very quickly, since any room can spawn a boss. If you have a couple of people, one person can be clearing while one's looting, and then when the other one's looting a spot, they could be watching the door for random walk-ins. And the event zones in the overworld are definitely, I think, the right path of development for that game. A lot of people will joke and say, oh, I thought it was just a door simulator game, because the buildings seem infinite.
Dead Frontier 1's just a looting simulator?
Oh yeah, but don't tell anybody that. They'll get upset with you. That's probably fighting words. Wait, I mean,
He swears a
yeah. And how many, oh god, somebody was talking about making a game like Dead Frontier, and they said, well, I don't know where to start. I was like, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make two squares. I said, you're going to make one of them when you press a button on your mouse, be able to shoot an object at another square and have a hit detection for it. So you can say, I shot a projectile and when it collects the hit, it disappears and spawns a new one. I said that is literally the basis for a game like this. If you can code that, you can start dropping in graphics, buddy. And you can work on all the hard shit later. Just get something up that you can mess with. That way your inspiration is its own. Because once you have something running, that's all that matters. That's like how many hours you put on a bot before the bot does something, and even if it does it wrong, but it gives you an error, you have something to go with.
Yeah. I just always like looked at DFT. I'm like, shit.
Dude, released 6.5 years ago, I played it for like 5 hours, and I felt like I was getting nowhere. I felt like the game was terrible. And then I logged in and played it when I was a little burnt out, all right around the end of Nautical Nightmare. And I was like, oh shit, this is a lot better than I remember. Because
I think it's probably gotten around.
well, the whole city is travelable on foot. You don't have to just take the car. You're not locked into doing shit with that car. Doing shit with that car can be quick, but it's not required. Whereas before you had to use it to go from zone to zone, I think. But I mean, we got a mini map that covers the whole city now. It tells you where your quests are. It tells you what buildings are on every block. You could drop a marker on the map so you can follow your own marker. Like, so
The missions look really interesting.
the missions are alright. There'll be things like find an inhaler, find a insulin, kill 3 bosses, do 3 challenge zones, loot 15 objects from a nearby hospital, nearby police department, find evidence of a person dead or alive, kill adult female burning zombie and retrieve its remains and bring it back for further study or something. The lore building on it ties in really good with Dead Frontier 1 as well. Because like you'll find recordings and you'll be listening to them and they'll be talking about like the outbreaks over in Fairview and shit. Like so what's going on in Palehaven is supposed to be going on basically retroactive, like, or not retroactive, but side by side what's going on over here. Yeah. Plus, you know, the bosses over there are not just, you know, the same thing over and over. They're a little bit.
It's probably gonna be too nervous. 'Cause like Dead Frontier, it's pretty chill. It's like you know where they're coming from all directions and you can see them. But in Dead Frontier 2, it's third person, so it's like something can sneak up behind you.
And honestly, man, the best way to play is to grab yourself a nice cold drink, turn off the lights, put on the headphones, and play. And let yourself be scared. There's nothing wrong with getting scared once in a while. It's good for your ticker. What's up, Poco Repo?
Scary movies,
Yeah?
horror movies.
You don't care for horror and stuff?
No, not really. Cliche horror movies.
Word. I mean, it's got jump scare potential, specifically the Stalker. Like, Sunday I was with Reno, boosting him. We got him to like level 25 in one night on there. Couple hours, and then I was like, we were talking about it like 10 minutes beforehand. I was like, man, it really sucked to get a Stalker. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden the music breaks. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got a Stalker.
You ever seen the movie The Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
That's a scary movie, but like, I don't know.
Oh, bro, for sure. How about The Village by Shyamalan?
Which one is the village?
I don't remember. He does
That's
so
not
many.
the one where he go where the kids go to their grandparents' house, is it?
I don't think so. They like live in this like commune outside of like society, and the fog keeps coming and people disappear in the fog or whatever. Oh my God,
That movie with the kids going to their grandparents' house, I thought was pretty good.
if you remember the name, if you remember the name, my dude. Oh, it's Wednesday, my dude.
It is Wednesday. What is that fucking Shyamalan movie?
He does so many.
Shyamalan.
Yes.
Movie with kids at grandparents' house. The Visit.
The Visit. I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that one?
It's going on the to-do list now, buddy.
It's not a bad movie, The Visit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so grandparents. It's kind of like meh as a movie overall, but it was kind of put different.
Oh, that's just our ADHD. Our brains have all developed to the point that we all fucking
Hindsight's 2022.
we just all see a movie and go, oh, this is what I would do, and then it turns out that's what that guy did.
And the kids were kind of annoying and stuff.
That doesn't help.
They weren't wrong. They weren't wrong.
Oh, oh my God! I actually am kind of enjoying like this is not effective, but that was kind of wild. Lasted 20 minutes total. Just gr-
What lasted 20 minutes?
I was just nonstop shooting the Valkyrie MGL and going into Valcrest and looting
Oh,
inside chem plant with it.
I've never used a grenade launcher outside of when Walthrex in the hospital used to matter.
Yeah, I fondly remember grinding with grenade launchers. So yeah,
Well, yeah, now you can fake blast them with the all-fire beam.
yeah, yeah.
Knock that shit right in their face.
Give it to them. X gonna give it to you.
Yes, push it underneath. There you go.
I go back and forth between wanting to use the Dusk Enforcer and the Doomstar.
Yeah. Unless you always fall asleep and you let it fall to the side, so then I just end up like tossing it over here. Sorry.
Oh, you guys are cool. Don't worry about it.
She has a he sleeps with like a little pillow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little squishmallow.
Yeah.
And every time that she falls asleep at night, it always ends up rolling over to my side of the bed.
Yeah.
So then I have to pick it up and like toss it to the side.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Otherwise, Russia will invade your country. Too soon? Not soon enough. So what have you been up to, Cap?
Working
Tell
like
me,
crazy.
tell me more. Tell me more. Working's just working, but there's always an objective, like every project.
Um, Trying not to get pissed at idiots. That's the objective.
Ooh.
When you work
Jesus Christ, are you in the U.S. military?
No, I just work at manufacturing plants with idiot plant managers.
Hmm.
I've been working at rock quarries recently, and everybody there that works at a rock quarry is a good old corn-fed boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my people.
Have an eye for business or technology.
Oh, how dare you? I'm deeply insulted.
Am I
Deeply.
wrong?
I am deeply insulted. I come from an area that has 3 rock quarries, and they're all corn fed. And
Yeah, you saw this motherfucker who runs this plant. He is corn-fed. He's a big motherfucker.
well, sometimes you just gotta respect the badge rather than the person. That somebody put them there for a reason, and you gotta respect that decision.
I don't care either way. I still get paid because I'm just a contractor.
Sure, sure. As long as you can get the job done, that's all that matters.
Yeah. But I mean, well, I draw the line when poor plane on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine,
Oh, jeez.
and sometimes that line gets crossed, and then I end up with people calling me at 3 in the morning, wanting me to fix their shit. It's like I told you that was gonna happen.
You get paid for it when you answer that call?
My company does. I'm salaried, so
Oh, you don't get paid to take that call at 3 in the morning?
no. So I don't. I didn't take it, but I got called Tuesday night at 3 a.m. That's the first time that's happened since I started working at this new company. But when I saw it, it really pissed me off and like gave me flashbacks to my previous job where I was also salaried and would deal with that constantly, where people would be calling me in the middle of the night on weekends and they got like a really stupid question. Hey man, I can't get this conveyor to turn on. Okay, did you try turning it on again? Oh, good, I fixed it.
So I guess the question is this a really big company, or is this a smaller company that you're working for and contracting out of?
Big ass company.
All right.
Well, rock quarries, they're usually big conglomerations.
Sure, sure. So I guess my thoughts would be, bro, I'm taking that call at 3 a.m. and I'm documenting it, and I'm submitting that. I'm submitting that because I'm gonna file my salary exemption that week. Like, yep, I worked more than those hours, so
And we do. I mean, we're an electrical contractor. You give me a call, you're on the hook for $110 an hour
oh hell yeah.
on your bill. That doesn't go to me, but
Hey, I just
exactly.
yeah, exactly. So you should be even then. That's even better. That's even better. You take that phone call and you document it and drag them out on that call. I mean, you'd be like, all right, I need you to hold for just a minute while I look up the plans and everything else, and just put that thing down and go make a cup of coffee. Hey, you still there? And if they're not there, call them back. Just literally, the rest of corporate America does it. Why not you?
I would you if these companies knew how much time they were paying for me to take a shit.
That's every company, and it's just one of those sad things of like doing business. Like,
It's more out of laziness. It's like I'm not gonna clock out of your job just so I can take a shit for 15 minutes.
well, and that's the other thing. I mean, that's that's where one of those things where salary kind of becomes a little bit fair. Yeah, we work a little bit extra as a salary, but as long as you're not abusing the hell out of it, nobody's gonna give you a hard time about something like that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm salaried, but like I still bill my time to the customer so
y-
that they get billed accordingly.
yeah, yep, nothing wrong with that.
So, and my boss is pretty flexible too. So like, there's been a lot of weeks that I've like cut a couple of hours short. I often don't. Sometimes I don't have to work a full 40-hour week if I don't feel like it, because I'm just one of those people that can get 8 hours of work done in 6 hours if I do just go, ape shit mode on it.
You know, that's something that we discuss as contractors. If we can do a job that'll take most people 8 hours and we do it in 4 hours, why should we be penalized for it? People are like, oh, you guys did that quick. It's like, yeah, we've only been sharpening the same sword for 10 years. Why wouldn't we be able to do that quickly?
That's the eternal struggle of when you're a contractor. The eternal struggle is always: do I bid a job or do I do it on a time and material?
Oh yeah, yeah. People at
Because if
people.
you bid a job and then you run into obstacles, like 3 projects I'm on right now, now you're out all of that extra time that you now have to spend to fix your fuck up. So
A lot of times people would be like, well, what's your hourly rate? I'd be like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't want to tell you an hourly rate because it'd be completely unfair and it doesn't take place for if things go sideways. So I'm just going to bid the job based on roughly how many hours I think it's going to take to do. And then, I'm going to bid it in a manner where there's a little leeway. That way, just if it's honest to fairness, if I think the job's going to take 4 to 6 hours, I'm probably bidding it for 5.
I was a project engineer for a huge plant expansion at my previous company.
Yeah,
Started out with a budget of $26 million.
yeah.
By the time we were done, 54 million.
Woof. And nobody bats an eye.
That's what we ended up paying.
Ugh. So,
That was all due to inflation and like the COVID price increases because we bought all of our steel and building materials like right at the height of the supply chain crisis.
oh, terrible. So they wind up losing.
Bad timing.
They wind up losing money on that, or did they have a clause to change the billing due to inflation of cost of materials?
They all got paid for in the end, but
Sure,
the
sure.
payback on it is significantly longer now.
Oh yeah. Well, that's I think everything in this world. Hell, post-COVID world damn near bankrupt me, man.
Yeah. Was that donkey?
Sup, Crunch?
Hey, what up? Yo, you're live on YouTube, just so you know.
So,
Hey, what's up?
hey, brother. Not much. Just want home.
Right on, right on. You gotta shut off your League of Legends, dude. I'd be looking at your Discord and it'd be like you're on an 18-hour marathon of League of Legends, and I'm sitting there thinking there is no way anyone I know hates themselves that much, except for maybe Donkey.
You quit smoking?
Yeah, I'm 48 hours free right now. I've had 1 piece of nicotine gum today.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's great news.
Oh, it's terrible. I have to stay busy. Like, I was sitting here trying to play earlier by myself. I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Me while I'm over here chuffing on a vape.
Oh, dude, honestly, that's another thing. I almost broke down and I have a vape right in front of me. I even plugged it in on the charger and I was like, oh man, I could just take a hit, right?
I'm gonna give dude a piece of advice I'll give you. What I had to do whenever I wanted to quit, I was obviously not successful, but I took a hammer and I smashed all my vape stuff to
Oh,
the point where it wouldn't work anymore.
oh fuck yeah.
Threw it in the trash.
Well, that's
And then you dump out all your juice on the ground in the grass, um, and you throw away all your cigarettes. Then every time that you get a hankering, you're gonna have to battle with the mental decision of
do I want to go buy them?
or drive to the gas station to contemplate your decision because now it takes a lot more effort for you to break your habit.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Big mental game. And so whenever I broke after like having quit for like 2 months, like I had like mental anguish going to the gas station and picking up a pack of cigarettes. I was like, I'm naughty, I'm bad, I don't want to do this, I can't do it. I'm
Oh,
gonna do it, I need it, you know.
dude, I had, thank God, I thought I was out of nicotine gum, and I found that I only ate half of the pack yesterday. So I had this piece, I was just sitting there, I was going to plug in my vape and hit it, dude. And honestly, that'd been probably a big downfall, because this is the most ground I've gained towards stopping smoking in 10 years. Wow.
joined a program and you went to groups, and then they would just hand you boxes of nicotine gum.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I was sitting there, I was going, man, why is this nicotine gum so good? Because this is the low dose, right? I was like, why is this nicotine gum so good at killing my craving? And I'm like, well, how many milligrams are there of nicotine in a cigarette? Well,
Don't take too much of it.
well,
It's easy to just dope yourself up on that nicotine gum.
yeah, because like I said, I took the low dose because I remember when the nicotine gum first started rolling out, we could get like 16 milligrams of nicotine on the gum, and that shit would like burn your mouth and give you a sudden stomach ache. So I was like, yeah, I'll take your low dose. I can always eat another piece of gum.
Yeah, it was bad because towards the end of my quitting spell, I
Hmm.
ended up just like chewing like 4 pieces of it at a time.
Right, right. So I guess this,
It's not how you do it.
yeah. So a strong cigarette has like 10 milligrams of nicotine in it, but most of it gets burned off. And vapes don't have the additives required to inject nicotine into you at the same level as a cigarette. Your body will absorb the nicotine from vaping 3 times slower than that of a cigarette.
Cigarette hit me a lot harder than vaping does.
Yep. So you got to be chuffing on that vape non-stop to get your nicotine buzz, and that makes a lot of sense because the last time I quit smoking was to vape, and that lasted for 3 years. I vaped for 3 years, and I was hogging that thing, dude. Like my F-150, it was constantly, you couldn't see out the windows. In the morning, I'd be rolling up to work, and that thing was Cloud City.
It gets so bad in the wintertime that like my windows will just get
Per-
baked with nicotine dust or smell.
Yep, and it just there.
You gotta take a paper towel and just scrub that shit out of your windows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this nicotine gum was a miracle just sitting there. Like, oh yeah, I need you, thank you. Because I forgot to grab my regular pack of gum because I didn't have nicotine gum all day. I just used regular gum. So I'm just gonna be walking around like a cow with gum in my mouth for like the next month, I think.
Okay, I'm out. Good night.
Really? Already?
Yeah, I'm tired as fuck, man.
Oh hell, man, you ain't even gonna loot? Nothing?
I can't even stay awake.
You gotta make some time for this. You gotta get some rest though. You gotta get some rest or you're not gonna be optimal for anything.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm making time tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude, but first make sure you get enough rest and shit, regardless.
Yeah, that's why I need to go to bed. I can't even stay awake, dude. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna die and, oh man, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Hey, that's right, go live that little death. There's your free trial of heaven.
Yeah. I'll be on tomorrow, though, for sure.
Sounds good, bro. Nice talking to you.
Alrighty, see you then.
See ya.
Good night.
Night.
I was thinking about picking up the new farming simulator,
Oh god.
but it honestly just looks like a new, or it just looks like a reskin of the F-22.
Honestly, man, a lot of the simulator games are a lot of fun.
Dude, you have no idea, man. This would, like, we get a group of people playing farming simulator. Swear to God, that's the funnest experience ever. Like, you're all just like cultivating your crops and you're lending each other tractors and shit. It's just awesome. And it's not a stressful game. It's just you're fucking chilling on tractors, harvesting fields.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I want to have a non-stressful time, I just lay in bed. To be completely honest. I'm pretty hardwired stress, I think. I like stress. I think I thrive in stress. That could just be a
I don't put effort into games anymore. I don't play any competitive games, like, first-person shooters or anything. I don't do PvP on Dead Frontier even.
dude, we
I
actually
just don't care.
I
I
hunt
don't want to put effort.
I 100% understand. There was a point, my friend Blake and that crew of friends, we would call each other a first-person shooter if somebody was acting out of pocket. Man, stop being such a first-person shooter.
Have you played Black Ops 6?
Nope. No, I'm disenfranchised with AAA titles. I'm disenfranchised with consoles. Like, it just doesn't.
Me too, man.
Like, I can get on Amazon, dude. I spend $300 on a computer every 4 years and have tech that's only, realistically 2 years behind. I am perfect.
The only thing I thought about going back and doing, I've heard a lot of good things about the Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk.
I wanted to play Cyberpunk. Uh,
I love the original game. Even when it fucking bullshit, I bought it on launch day.
oh, hell yeah.
And I've never had any issues while I was playing bug-wise.
I wonder how No Man's Sky, if it ever took off, if it actually ever took
Oh,
off.
man. No, it's good. It's good now. I
Good.
played through the whole game in VR, and it was amazing.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Dude, it's lit. Like, but you gotta have like a super PC to run it.
Oh,
And,
I'm sure.
if I got on the wrong planet, like, I would just slow down to like 15 FPS. But like, sitting there like controlling your ship in VR, it's the coolest shit ever.
Dude, there's a lot of games they're doing VR injection in. Like, I guess Skyrim's got a VR injection now, and an AI injection.
It's native VR. It's by Bethesda, so.
Mm.
And I played through the entirety of Skyrim in VR as well.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Played it with the VRIK mod, which gives you limbs and everything.
Oh, wild. Dude, I have Skyrim. I purchased it as part of the Elder Scrolls bundle, and it's the only one in there that I've never played, and I still haven't played it. I've owned it for 2 years.
You ever played Skyrim in general, or
Yeah, no, ever. Not ever. I've owned the game for 2 years, and I've still never played it.
it's a good experience. Would recommend.
There's something about installing like 100 gigs of anything that just makes me go, I don't think so.
It's worth it.
That's what I hear, man. I just haven't got around to it yet. Shit, dude, I don't think I ever beat Oblivion. I've beat Morrowind.
I've never played Oblivion personally.
I've beat the holy fucking grail of them, Morrowind. That game's a fucking monster. That's like being 3 foot tall and fighting titans.
I don't know why everybody's got like praises Fallout New Vegas so much. I honestly think it's a pretty mid game.
I guess for me, I was born and raised in Arizona. So like, oh, end of the world in a desert. That's cool.
That's what I'm saying. The desert's kind of boring.
Yeah, realistically.
Like everything else is really good about New Vegas, but I just don't like the scenery. I love Fallout 3.
I
One of my favorite games.
see, and that's the big disassociation in the whole community, is people that played 3, right? People that played 3. New Vegas is just a 3 reskin.
Uh,
That's
it's
like the.
not
Oh, I know it's not. I've played both. But like a lot of people like, oh, you mean just it's Fallout 3.5, just a different area, stuff like that, and they have all these little complaints, and it's like, well, the Capital Wasteland is a really great concept. I feel it's really easy to get lost once you get into the metro, and I love it. And it's just like the first time you get around Vegas in New Vegas, everything is so much more. Like if and realistically, that's another thing. The size of Vegas in New Vegas is pathetic. Like
yeah.
Like Vegas is a Vegas is a
Have you truly explored all of Vegas though? Because like, there's a lot of side quests to do in Freeside and in Vegas.
oh yeah, yeah. No, I would say I'd say I've
There's like, I mean, there's so many storylines just in the Vegas Strip
dude
with
I
all the different societies and the White Glove Society, Demora, Cops, all of that.
I think I've done a Yes Man ending, and I think the only shit I bothered with was Nellis Air Force Boomers and Brotherhood of Steel.
My very first playthrough of New Vegas ever, I did. Which ending did I do? I think I did NCR.
Oh, I don't blame you. I mean, honestly, man, like it's easy to look at Caesar's Legion and be like they might have a point, but it's really hard to want to play from the style of Caesar's. It's really hard to. It's hard to want to play from the style of Caesar's Legion, dude.
They don't have a point.
I mean, not even a Darwinian point.
There is no Darwinian point.
So-
Some factual because
yeah. Exactly. That's what I was supposed to.
the NCRs,
The fittest, really.
they have the truest intentions for the freaking wasteland. They're all about order. Trying to root out the chaos.
What about Mr. House? What about Mr. House? Yeah, he's got altruistic means to it, right? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's-
He's gonna use the robot security force to keep justice alive. The robots they're impartial.
Yeah, I mean, he's got sort of selfish intentions on kind of protecting his home slice of New Vegas. That's the only reason that New Vegas is as secure as it is because he just wanted to protect his own existence. I mean, you find the dude literally in a damn,
Correct.
conservation chamber.
Yep.
He just wants to live forever.
Hey, don't we all?
Never.
Wait, how old are you now?
26.
Yeah, good enough. You're at the point where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this for another 26 fucking years. Where's the reset button, damn it?
No, nobody should live past 75.
Let me get that new character button though, bro. That's all I'm saying.
The longer we keep... No, I'm not gonna make that argument.
No, go ahead, dude. I am up for free debate all the time.
It's not a debate, it's an opinion.
Opinions or opinion.
People living over 75 or 80 years old is kind of a drain on society.
I could see it. And it's like, what's the value, right? It's obviously like or rated stories and experience is like the big benefit of that.
Well, we have the internet for that now.
I know, but it's you could you say it's the same? Like, would you rather hear, you know, a combat vet story about Vietnam, or some random asshole on the History Channel?
I actually really enjoy listening to historians' interpretations.
What about when you?
You ever just watch a good documentary?
Oh, all the time.
Man, there's some good ones out there.
That's the other thing I was gonna say. Like, and then you get the combination, right? You get the history nerd, and then he goes out and he finds these combat vets, and he's like, "Tell us about this." And it's like they just build, they do the world building right there for you.
I will say, hearing things from first-hand sources, it is pretty cool.
I take it have you had a pretty hands off family, like did you ever like build anything with your dad or grandpa or anything like that?
Have I ever built anything with my dad?
Yeah, or grandfather, uncle, any of that shit. You got any experience doing like building or putting shit together? Like something big, something monumental, like that meant a lot.
No, not really.
See, and that's another thing that
I've
would
never really had a good relationship with my dad.
and that
Like,
and
not to the point where I hate his guts, but like
no, see uh,
just neutral. You know what I mean? Just a very neutral relationship.
oh, that's okay, but see, and that would also deal with a lot of the disenfranchisement of people above, 75 being a drain on society, because like and especially in your field, you would probably find it very difficult to find somebody even 15 years older than you that would have relative experience for what you do. Just
Well,
because,
actually, that's not true.
yeah,
For what I do, there's a lot of old timers that have been doing this for many, many years.
mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people with like 30 years of PLC programming experience.
Oh, that's great.
Mostly, engineering in general, the old trucks in our field are stuck in the past.
Right, and they'll do
They
something.
they can't embrace like new ways of doing stuff.
Right,
So
so that's difficulty.
it it uh, it creates head clutter
Yep.
because you end up with somebody who's not as open to new ideas.
Sure. Absolutely. Yep.
Or they're just, and you know what I see from old people from that generation a lot too? They have a refusal to try to understand new things because it doesn't fit their personal narrative.
Do you think it's just because of how
There's
much?
people, studies prove this. The scientific studies prove this that Generation Z and millennials are way more open to new concepts and ideas and are willing to embrace technology in the future than the older generation was.
Well, I mean, look at look at the tech boom of the 90s and 2000s and how that would impact people. Things change so rapidly, right? Change used to be something that was generational. Imagine being the older generation. You went from putting shuttles in the atmosphere, landing on the moon, sending satellites out of our fucking solar system, and then to the point where you can look at your phone and see another person in another part of the world and talk to them. You can send a message instantly instead of putting a stamp on it and having to wait up to 2 weeks to hear back. The amount of change that older folks have got with, I mean, God bless any of them that can run an email.
I don't think rapid change is an excuse to be an asshole.
I don't think there's ever really an excuse to be an asshole. I think anytime that somebody's an asshole is because they've had a breakdown in the chain of communication.
I
Whether,
mean, asshole in general. I just felt like willful ignorance of new things.
yeah, well,
Seriously, I've met both kinds of old people. I've met old people that willfully embrace new technology. They learn how to use it and they're very happy about it. And they keep up with the world around them. And then you've got others that just turn their nose away at it
uh huh.
and then and they give themselves a sense of pride for doing so. Man, the only person you're hurting is yourself. You just look like an idiot.
And there's usually never anything admirable, right, to the sentiment at the end of the day. Right, once in a while you get the guy who's like, yeah, well, you're like, well, what are you gonna do with it? Everybody's got a space age vehicle that's able to move around through the air. He's like, and then they go, well, I'm gonna have the last Camaro and the last gallon of gas. Like at least that's like somewhat redeemable, right? But not when it's like when you're talking like, bro, you're writing everything down on paper. It takes forever. You could just talk to your phone, have it take notes, have them saved, have them exported to other people so they know exactly what happened instead of having to keep your hands on a paper log and putting it somewhere where everybody, even people you don't know, will know where it is.
There's a big difference between admiring the past and being stuck in it.
Mm-hmm.
The guy using the last gallon of gas in his old Camaro, I could see that as admiring the past.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if these 70s Camaros are still on the road in 50 years, they must be so damn happy.
Somebody out there, it was just like, you ever seen any of the rat rod community up where you live? Guys that are taking Model Ts, dropping them down.
See 'em all the time, yeah.
Yeah, rat rods. Rat rods are an absolute lovely salute to the past of automobiles.
I think they're kind of cool.
Oh, they're, yeah.
I like seeing them run around.
Shit, man, I just sit there and go, man, what do you do with your money? Are you rich? I'm struggling to buy a house, and this guy's turning 1914 vehicles into rat rods.
Oh, you know they are.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
owned their house since they were 24 years old. Got no debts.
Oh, man.
Cushy ass 401k.
Dude, that's what we got. That's what I gotta leave behind for my kids, man. I want to get them that much foot forward, that oh, yeah. Well, it's hey, that's one reason why I gotta stop smoking. Cigarettes alone are costing me about $6,000 a month. I swear to God, it's probably closer to 700, but
$6,000 a month, huh?
yeah. Well, I'm at two. I'm at two right now. Before I quit, I was at 2 packs a day at $11 a pack.
It's like $600 a month.
Yeah, tell me about it.
6,000.
What?
Bro, that's like more than I make on my whole salary.
Right. It feels like they're taking all my money, and because realistically they are. And it's not only a drain on my money; it's a drain on my health, on my time. Like I could always be
I
doing.
really wonder what my long-term health effects of vaping are going to be. I've been vaping ever since I was 17.
It just depends if your body is gonna mutate or not. Whether
There's nothing in vapes that are going to mutate you,
nicotine itself is.
other than metal particulates, I guess. But fuck, we inhale those every day. There's rust in the air. There's metal shavings in the air. You're going to inhale it one way or the other.
I think there was a study that says nicotine can mutate your gene that suppresses gene mutation. Yeah.
Nicotine suppresses gene mutation.
No, it suppresses the. Let me see if I can find it.
Gene expression.
See if I can just get you an article, because I'm not going to be able to do the justice. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that's crazy. this is fucking nasty, bro. Check it. This is just a excerpt. I put it in the general chat here. It's not really like a trusted source or anything, but I'm trying to see if they put a source on that at all. Barely any sourcing on that either. It was neat to read though. I can't find it. My understanding was that nicotine itself causes changes.
I'm reading a study right now from 2015. The study relates long carcinogenesis by nicotine due to genetic variation in CYP2B6. Its simultaneous exposure with hypoxia has been found to induce cancer in hamsters.
Oh God.
Carcinine has been found to promote lung tumorigenesis by inhibiting anti-apoptotic pathway. God damn, that's a hard word to say.
Yeah, you should look up the longest words in the Oxford English Dictionary. They're pretty stupid.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's some health risks with nicotine.
The problem with nicotine is just how addictive nicotine itself is. Like you got people out there that'll fucking, you know, blow someone for cocaine, right? But it shares the same receptor with nicotine. Thank God nicotine's not $20 a cigarette, right? Yeah, I'll give you a blowjob for a cigarette. Like, oh my God, no. And then other people would be like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, my fiance, soon to be wife, has said, the hardest thing she's ever gonna have to do is give up vaping herself whenever we have our first child.
Dude, every
It's gonna be hard.
dude, every woman I've seen that's vaped or smoked, they give it up for that pregnancy, man. And it might be hard on them, dude, but they do it so well. And it's probably because the fetus itself fucking facilitates some of the change for them. This is high level talks, and that's why nobody's watching. They're like, oh, I'm out of here. There's science and stuff.
It's really sad when you see people who use drugs and drink and smoke while they're pregnant.
Oh yeah.
I went to school with a couple of kids who had parents that did that, and they had defects from birth.
Oh, buddy.
They had, ADHD. They had, real fetal alcohol syndrome looking faces, and it's just sad.
Dude, let me ask you something. Like, do you believe possibly that ADHD could be related to poor diet?
To poor diet?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You don't think ingestion of yellow number 5 and red 40, blue Lake?
I do not. That shit's a myth.
You don't think cochineal beetle shell is?
There's a lot of misinformation around food dyes, and I urge you to read scientific studies that do not corroborate.
Thanks. If you watched all the way to this point on YouTube, please leave me a comment on the VOD. Let me know you guys